up on the ceiling looking down, what might you see? Sophie?
Just say Zachary was my partner.
Okay.
I'd be like this, and I would see Zachary's hair and a bit of his ears poking out, and I could see his t-shirt. I could see.
Okay, we're ready. Listening to the instructions, and then I may choose you. I want to have Josiah in front of Sam and behind Max. Josiah needs to be in front of Sam and behind Max. Jordan. Josiah needs to be in front of Sam and behind Max.
So when we have a collection of things, we can actually use different ways to reach that collection, can't we? We're going to be working in our maths groups, and I'm going to give each of you a number that your group is going to focus on. Each of you has to do your own recording, but you can work together as a group.
We are trying to make with things, anything, to try and make 55.
Today we are doing our think boards because we've been learning a lot about addition and subtraction. Do you want me to write one?
Yeah.
Because that was really good what you just said. We had 8 plus 9 equals what, Curtis?
17.
17. And what did you tell me about subtraction?
If you take 8 from 17, it will always equal 9, and if you do it the other way, it will always equal 8.
Why will it always equal 8?
Because if you count down from 17, take 9, it will equal 8.
And did you have to count down? Because you seem to do that really quickly.
I just knew.
You just knew it was. Okay, with our think board today, you are going to have to write a story about your number sentence, which is on the board. Don't worry about looking on the board yet. You're going to have to draw your number sentence. You know how to do that. Remember, you're going to have to write about the strategies showing me how you worked out, how you added your sum. Okay? So, if I had a sum up on the board here that said 16 plus 4. Who knows the answer to that? Lachlan, what's the answer?
20.
It's 20. Would you like to come up and show me how you work that out?
So, I knew that 6 plus 4 equals 10, and then I just added on 10 more.
Where did you get that 10 from? You can have a look up here if you want.
Well, because it was 16, I took away the 10 and from the 16 to make it 6. So then I'm putting the 10 back here, and so then it would be, so then that would equal 10, and plus another 10 would equal 20.
Beautiful. You explained that really well. So you must have used some 10 facts here, did you? And what do we call it when we break a number up like that? What did you do? What strategy did you use? Anyone help him? What strategy did he use? Joshua?
Partitioning.
He used some partitioning. Do you remember that word?
Yeah.
Very good. And if you were going to write a number story about that, what would you write?
There were 6 dogs in the shop.
Do you want to write it about this one?
16 dogs in the shop, and the next day 4 new dogs went into the shop, so there were 20 dogs in the shops.
Okay, I'm just going to do one more. What if I had the number, this is going to be a hard one, 64 plus 24. I can see hands up already. Jordan.
88.
88. Would you like to come up and explain to me how you worked that out so quickly in your head? Nice loud voice.
I know that 60 plus 20 equals 80. And I know that 4 plus 4 equals 8. So I added the 8 into the 80, and so it equals 88.
Very good. Well done.
What I'm doing is, I'm doing base 10, and what you need to do is you roll the dice, and then once you roll the dice, you record it onto a piece of paper or your book, and then you record it. And so I rolled a 4, and I'm up to 104. I'm up to 145 on here. So I rolled a 4, and I add 4 onto 5. Or 5 onto 4, so, and then it equals 9, so I'm on 149. And all that, so that's right. So then it plus 5 onto 5, which is 120. So then you plus another 5 onto that. There you go. 125. And then you tick it if it's right. But if it says a different sum, then you need to cross it and then you need to start all over again.
Thousands, green is hundreds, black is tens, and white is ones. 1,543.
We've got a 1. So what are we going to do with that? You haven't used MABs before, so we might need to talk about these. Right, okay. Would you like to roll for me now?
Do I put the 1?
Oh, God.
Yes, you need to have your border thing the same as well.
They know that my score is 1 now, I'm going on the next. My total is 1 now, I'm going on the next total.
Excellent, so it's showing your total. 3 ones. So what is our total on our board? Fabulous. Okay, Zara, your turn to roll. 1's quite boring. 3. Okay, 3. So what are we going to do? What's the first thing we usually do? Record it on your board if you want. Yes, that's a good idea. Record it on your board.
I know we got
You have to know you have 7, darling. I like the way you count.
I'm doing it without a board, and it's more easier than with no board, because you don't have to do adding up it 2 times and getting materials and put it on your board. We're exchanging again, Josh. 5 again.
5, 20, Josh. No, 26.
3.
No, it's 26, 8, 2. 6, 3.
And I rolled a 2, and it equaled as 8. And then I rolled a 2, and it was a bundle of 10. And I had no ones left. When you start the number, like where you get up to in adding, it's where you start from taking away, like doing subtraction.
1,000.
stages of development concentrate first and foremost on understanding, then building a repertoire of strategies forming the foundation for mental calculation, and finally memorisation and instant recall of the facts. Learning experiences range from using materials to make groups of, investigating and locating real-life contextual examples of where objects are grouped in everyday situations, and developing a strategy to assist in remembering difficult facts. We believe that if a student hears, sings about, builds representations of, and reads about a concept or strategy, success is far more likely to occur. Searching for and describing patterns in each set of tables aids students in using patterns to recall answers to times tables. Making connections between the different sets of multiplication facts helps students not to view the learning of these facts as an onerous task and shows them how to minimise the facts to be learned. Speed and accuracy is part of the final stage of times tables development. Reflecting on their own progress and the learning experiences that aid them in their learning of the multiplication facts allows the students to be empowered in their learning, making choices that help them to improve.
I'm doing a multiplication worksheet, and it's about money, and that's the 5-cent coin. So this tells you 3 5s are 15. Making groups of like 8, like times tables, using counters. With race time, you have to write down the answers to the times tables, and you have to see the time you got, and then the next time you have to try and get a faster time than that. Gosh, ready? Ready? 37. 37. Now my turn. I'm doing arrays, which means if I have one group of 7, I'm colouring one group of 7 squares, and then I go on to 2 groups of 7 squares, and then 3 groups. This is a times table book, and 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8,
This is 12 now.
and then there's 3 times 4.
You've done 3 activities.
And you keep on going until you finish all of them.
We roll the dice and we would say 1 times 5. We write it down on the book, and then we have to find quick ways or different ways to explain how and what that times equals. 11 fours are 34, 12 fours are 48.
60, 12, 36. Nines and tens, pretty easy, and fives.
Yeah. 5 times 7 equals. I've got a laptop.
This is a multiplication board, and whatever times table you're doing, you fill in the answers, and then when you finish, you rub it out and just put it back and get another one. This is race time, and you get another person to time you and how fast you can do it. This one, you get to make your own crossword, and you have to write your name, your date, and whatever times table you're doing, and like fill it, and you have to try and fill in the answers. Okay, if you're doing your 5s, what you do is anything that doesn't equal to 5 here, you colour in, but if it does equal to 5, you don't colour it in.
So what you do, you get a timer, and on the sheet that you have, you write what timetable you're doing, and so you do like 0 times
for an example, 0 times 3 equals, and you write the answer. This is the monster grid, and you just get to make your own grid by yourself, so you don't have to keep coming and getting your own, and when you need it you could just get it from your book and use it.